Yes, I can do that. I can explain it. This is my favorite thing ever because this technology will return power to the people. I'm not joking around. I checked it all. It adds up. It's very powerful. And our ancestors are rolling in their graves right now saying, why aren't they freaking out? This is the best thing ever. Oh my gosh, why am I not alive right now? Because they went to war. They went to camps. They suffered under people who eventually became corrupt because we didn't have a better way to do things. We had to have leaders, and those leaders became corrupt. Anyways, so this is what... I'm going to show you some pictures to help you out. This is our world. Centralized. This big round circle here is like people who hold a lot of power, who own this, like the oil industry, like medical industry, like the government, like governments, like things we rely on. We all have to use it. Every single one of us goes to get gas. Every single one of us use politicians. We all use the medical industry. And so this person in the middle has a lot of power. This is a decentralized world where we store our information. Bob has his medical records. I have my medical records. And we find better ways of doing things. So sometimes we just makes things obsolete. We store it decentralized. Now, the way I found this out is because I was like, why are people paying so much money for NFTs? And then I found out an NFT is just a smart contract. So, you buy a house, real estate, you file it away on a piece of paper. No, we can file it on the blockchain. And also, if we have a deal between two people, it's sketchy out there, like especially for contractors. Hey, you're going to pay me, I'm going to build a house for you. And then that guy doesn't get paid for the work he does. But on the blockchain, it's instantly, like once it's complete, the funds are sent to each party on the blockchain. It's all recorded, it's all factual. Like you can't really scam people on Web3. It's a lot harder if you're a scammer. And people who say NFTs is just digital art that's overpriced. You can sell digital art on the blockchain. Also, like a video like this one will be Crystal Channel's video, and it's stored on the internet. Nobody can copy it, or nobody can say that they owned it or they created it. Only I can. I could sell that content to you, and you could get the royalties from it. But it's my video, and nobody can say that it's not. And it's on the blockchain forever to be recorded. And also I can get paid if my video is valuable to the world. And let's face it, information is very valuable. And this information can go not just to America, but globally eventually. And if you're worried about cybersecurity, this is quantum level cybersecurity. So if you're tampering with something, it knows you're going to tamper with it, instantly changes the code. It's another level of cybersecurity. Because we want things that are precise, that are exact, that add up, because we're trying to fix our problems in the world faster, more efficiently. And Web3 helps us do that. Not these slow middlemen. It was just a slower world. And when we can't see what's really going on, they could push paper this way, they could make some deals that way, they could kind of lie, they could smile in our face. We don't know what's really going on. We can't see what's going on in this world, but we can see everything that's going on here. And we can talk about it instantly. We can all make a video and go, hey, Jim right here's doing a little bit of corruption. Let's make a video and talk about it. And then we're going to instantly do something. Because we see you, Jim, now. We couldn't see you over here. We can see you. So in a nutshell, Web3 is the idea that new decentralized internet built on blockchains, which are distributed ledgers. Ledgers. Kind of like the accountant has a ledger. It's keeping track of the data. That's what a ledger is. Keeping track of the data. Because of the collective nature of blockchains, we're all collectively going to own and control it. If and when Web3 fully arrives, it's rolling out. Elements of it are already in place and will, in theory, signal a new era of the internet, one in which we will use access are controlled by community, all of us together, run networks rather than current centralized models, only in which a handful of corporations preside over Web2. You see the problem? When power is in the hands of the few, that's not good. That's a power imbalance, and that can be dangerous, and it was for a very long time, and we've been clinging to freedom with a constitution and rules and stuff, saying try to get past these rules, and they're like, we'll find a way, we'll manipulate, we'll get through, and we'll take hold. But they can't do that now because they're like, oh man, we could have taken real hold. These greedy politicians, these centralized people could have taken real big hold on the people. And they thought they were doing that, but they weren't. It was that setup. If you're wondering what the last 4 years was about, It's because these handful of corporation guys are panicking because they're not going to have that kind of power anymore, not on Web3. Now, back in the day when the people became abundant and prosperous because they had good kings, usually the good kings were offed by a bad king who would take their seat of power and then burn all the books so the people didn't have that kind of access, intentionally back the people into the corner so they were easily controlled and manipulated and possibly become slaves over and over and over again. But you can't burn down information that's digital globally. Immutable, which means you can't tamper with it. It's on the blockchain forever. And if we want to look at it, we can. It's there. You can't burn down this library anymore. You can't back us into a corner because you don't have that power anyways. You're obsolete, Mr. Bad King. We don't even need you.